The number one question I get asked about my locks is how I keep them so hydrated and moisturized. So today we're diving into the world of steaming our locks. So if you're interested in taking your hair from this dull, kind of lifeless, very dry and dirty, to this, which is healthy, moisturized, hydrated, and even your ends will be looking juicy as fuck, then keep on watching. As you guys know, I am a low maintenance lock girly, so we are starting out with hair that has not been retwisted for 2 months and has not been washed in a week. So it is very dirty, as you can see. It's just dry, and I'm gonna give you a close-up on my scalp, which does have some dandruff. I've been working out, and yeah, it gets oily, it gets dandruffy, and it just needs a little bit of love right now, and that's what we're gonna give it. But I also want to say, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I do check my analytics, and it says that most of you guys are returning viewers that have not subscribed, so join the gang and subscribe. To start off the steaming process, I do like to give my hair a good wash, especially if it's dirty, although I have done the steaming process on dry hair as well. So right here, I'm just speeding through the wash process because I do have 2 other videos on this, but this time I was just washing my hair with black soap, as you saw, focusing on my scalp because that's where it was the dirtiest, and then of course making sure that it rinses down my locks and that I do focus on the bottom of my locks as well. If you are someone that uses a lot of products, heavy oils, butters, leave-in conditioners, gels, things like that on your locks, then I definitely recommend washing your hair before doing the steaming process, just to get all of that gunk out of your hair and make sure that that hot steam really penetrates your locks and is really getting into the cuticles. Steaming has a host of benefits, so let's get into it. To start out, I'm just using a tiny bit of tea tree oil and Jamaican black castor oil on my scalp. This is mainly just for the anti-inflammatory properties of the tea tree oil. I like that it gives me a nice tingly sensation. Low-key, I'm addicted. And it just helps with itching. It calms down the itching for me. But again, you only need a tiny bit. Please do not slather your hair with oil thinking that you're helping it stay hydrated and moisturized. You're actually doing the opposite because you're not allowing true moisture, which is just H2O, water, to get into your locks. So only use a small amount, if any. If you really don't have any scalp issues, then I would say you really can skip the oil step and just go straight into steaming your locks. Now, the most important thing to remember when you're steaming your hair is to hit all areas of your hair. Make sure that you're getting into your roots. So make sure that you're like kind of parting your hair in different sections and making sure that that steam gets into your roots, down the shaft of your hair, and of course your ends. Just like when we were loose naturals, the ends are our oldest parts of our hair. So they kind of really tell how healthy your hair is. And you want to make sure that your ends are nice and springy. If you still have the curls on your end of your hair, it's kind of easier to tell because the curl will coil up really well, like it's really juicy. But even if they're not curly anymore and they have completely locked up, you can still just tell by feeling it. Do they feel nice and soft and juicy, or are they still kind of hard and brittle? That's one indicator of if the steam is really getting in and penetrating your hair. If anybody's wondering, the reason why I have not given a shot of the actual steamer that I'm using is because this is just a regular clothing steamer. It is not marketed towards hair. So I don't want to influence anybody in the wrong way. And either way, whether you're using a particular like hair steamer or a clothing steamer, just be extra careful. This is super hot water that is being vaporized, so you can burn yourself. So just make sure that you're keeping the steamer at a safe distance away from your hair and scalp. That way you do not actually burn yourself. Steaming your hair will help hydrate, reduce frizz, and promote healthy growth. It revives dull looking locks and then leaves them soft and shiny and full of life. I've also heard reports that steaming your locks, since it is such a hot temperature, can reduce the bacteria growth on your hair and scalp. So it really does just have a host of benefits, but I have just found this to be the most effective way of hydrating my locks and keeping them hydrated over a long period of time. Leave-in conditioners are nice for a day or two, but after that, your hair looks dry again. You know what I mean? And that's because water, H2O, is the actual only way to hydrate your hair. So if you're not drinking water, if you're not drenching your hair in water, like, misting it, or steaming your hair, which is giving that hot vapor water into your locks and locking it in there, then you're not actually moisturizing and hydrating your hair as much as you think you are. This last clip is my hair 2 days after I steamed them, and as you can see, my hair is still bouncy and full of life. So if you're having problems with dull, unhydrated, and dry locks, definitely give this a try and make sure you subscribe for more lock content. See you guys in the next one. Mwah.